Danger. Contains petroleum distillates. Avoid frequent or prolonged contact with the skin. Can y'all see what this is? Charcoal lighter fluid. Get in here because I'm fitting to testify just a minute. Do you want to drink this? If you don't want to drink it, why are you putting it on your fire? Hello, I'm talking to you. Do not use this. It is not what we start a fire with. I am fixing to show you how to start a fire the right way. So if you got some of this, open the window. Let it go. You ain't attached to it no more. Stick around. We're going to build a fire the right way. Hey, glad you're sticking around. I'm going to give you my top methods to building a fire. Whether it be propane, whether it be one of these, whether it be a chimney, we're going to show you how to build a fire the right way where you don't get none of that aftertaste. It is a true fire. Man has been fascinated with it forever. Hey, if I'm starting a fire, this is like Shannon. I don't go nowhere without this propane torch. You can get one of these, Amazon, anywhere in the world, but they got the smaller version. Just sticks on one of them little lantern bottles. You can start your fire. There's no aftertaste with this. It'll start wood. It'll start the hardwood lump. When you're using this torch, especially if you're using the hardwood lump, hey, you want to get a little ways away from that stuff because it's going to snap, crackle, pop. I promise you. I've had a lot of holes burnt in my shirts, and then Shannon says, "Hey, why you been wearing that shirt? What you been doing?" So get you a way that you can put it in there. Get away from it. Turn it on. Let her go. Just be careful. Maybe you got some of this. What do you call it? Fat lighter. Pitch. It's just pine that's soaked in resin. Then it's cut and split in little things. One match will start this. Take you some of them. Pile them up here just like you're going to build a fire with them. Then we're going to take some little stuff. Some of this little mesquite. You got to have room for a fire to breathe, first of all. People have stacked it up there many different ways, but we're just trying to get this thing started. Then we can add some more stuff to it, get it blazing. But this will start you a fire. Whoever invented these, I like him. He's my best friend. So we're going to give him a little heat. My hat you see over here is acting as a pretty good windbreak, but I ain't going to forget it because them old Panama straws, they'll burn up pretty quick. We got her going. We'll let her go. You can see that old pitch that's in there, that resin, that pine, got that black smoke off that pine. That's going to burn away. That's going to be gone. That stuff will burn up quick. We get this fire to going. Hey, we ain't far off from cooking something. Camping? Maybe you're in the wilderness. Maybe you're in the backyard camping with the kids. Your fat lighter stick, the wind's trying to blow it out all the time before it gets to going. I got a little tip for you, a little trick that I learned a long time ago. So we got our local newspaper. We're just going to take scissors. We're just going to cut it in about, I'd say, a 2-inch strip. It was folded. It's magic. It's about 2 inches wide. We're going to roll this rascal up tight as we can. Then we got us some twine. You got to have a wick to tie this. So just tie it in any kind of knot you want, maybe even a Molly Hogan, I don't care. Make a bunch of them up and cut that whole newspaper up. Set them out there aside, you got them ready to go. Regular old paraffin wax. Just going to drop her in a little old pan, put it on the stove, let it completely melt. Then you're going to take these little newspaper candles we made, and you're leaving a long string on one side. You're going to put them in there, roll them around in that wax, let them get good and soaked. It don't take long, maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes. You might even have to take a spoon, sort of roll them around after that wax melts. Be careful now when you get them out. Take you some wax paper, paper plate, something. Get you some tongs, whatever. You'll just set them out there and let them cool. You can see how this little thing is sort of shined up with that wax. It's soaked plumb through. Now, when that completely sets up, hey, them things is waterproof. You can take them, like I said, store them in a coffee can, a baggie, take them with you when you're hunting, camping, anything in the world. Put one down there under that fire to help that pitch get to going. I guarantee you it'll light a fire. But we got us one of them chimneys. Hey, things is pretty easy to use. Take your newspaper you got there laying around on Sunday or whenever. dump you some of that hardwood lump in there. Fill it up to the brim. Then you just take your good little handy dandy lighter and it's going. We'll let it go about 15 minutes. You'll see them things, they'll get good and white. Then we'll be ready to go. This whole thing is beginning to take a hold now. Now this chimney is just a hollow piece of pipe. Sheet metal really is what it's made out of. It's coned in its shape for the ventilation underneath. That's where your newspaper go. Put the coals in there. It draws from the bottom through the coal itself. So that heat will get there eventually. Say, this chimney has got them on mesquite hardwood lumps looking right, I'm telling you. So let's get this grill out of the way just a minute. Dump these in there. That'll be enough for what we're fixing to cook, and that's an omelet. You know, you can see that's about enough for one side of this grill. We usually do 2 at a time. Sometimes you can do that, or you can add more charcoal to that right now and let it just get itself to burning again. But today, that'll do us for what we got in mind. We hope you learned something today on how to build a fire. This is probably my biggest pet peeve, that and charcoal briquettes. How come? I'll tell you. This stuff, if you'll read the back of it here, it ain't good for you. And this stuff hardly ever burns plumb out. The briquettes are the same way. They've got to where there's so many foreign substances in them. Hey, I don't want to use them. I want to use what's real, what God put out there. That's hardwood. That's mesquite. That's oak. Something like that. Hardwood lump. We hope you learned something today. But hey, stay away from this stuff if you get a chance, will you? Thank you and God bless you. I don't want no aftertaste if I'm grilling. That went my private jet. We'll wait till he gets by, Shan. I don't even know where we is at.